welcome back. Thank you as always for joining me. It really means a lot to me. I'm alone a lot, so I don't feel so alone when I do this, and the few people, a couple handfuls of people that follow and that watch. I really truly appreciate you. You help me feel not so alone. Even if I don't know who some of you are, even if you're just some random people that I don't know at all, I do truly appreciate it. I'm going to call this one today, Everything Happens for a Reason. I really truly believe that. I have a story to tell. I spoke probably a year ago when I started this channel about my great-grandmother, how much she meant to me, how much I just missed the crap out of her, how absolutely wonderful she was. And, she came to me in a big way the other day. I went to bed at like 11:30 on Saturday night. So there's no reason that at 4 o'clock in the morning on the dot I should have been waking up with my ears ringing the way they were. But I got up anyway. Didn't think much of it till about an hour later on exactly 5 o'clock on the dot. I felt like something was up in my daughter's room. There was something upstairs in my house. So I go to come upstairs, and if you've ever been around a presence or a ghost or any kind of entity, you know that feeling. And as I'm coming up the stairs, it just grew and grew and grew and grew until I got into my daughter's room and it was suffocating. Now I know some people, they don't believe in that kind of stuff, and that's fine. I have no reason to lie about this. I'm not doing it for views or for clout or anything. I'm just explaining that, it's real shit. It creeped me out for sure, and I just asked whatever it was, because at the time I didn't realize what it was, didn't really think about it. I just asked that if they were there to watch over her, that's fine, but just don't hurt her, and you just creeped me out a little bit, so knock it off. And then I felt a touch on my face, on my body. Really on my face more, and I just was a little more at ease, a little more calm. But anyway, I segue into this because hours later, I'm in church with the little one, and now there's plenty of times that I feel spirit, I feel presence, I feel, something being in that environment. That I know is just not in my own head. It's real. Again, didn't think much of it, but I was heavily thinking about my great-grandmother who's been dead for 20 years, and something just came over me, and I really honed in on that, and I'm like, wow, why am I thinking about her so much? Why is she coming through to me so much? There's got to be a reason for it. Still didn't think much of it. I put a post up on Facebook because I just felt compelled to do so. I do that a lot nowadays. Anytime I'm compelled to do something, whether it's to reach out to somebody that, I've done that for somebody recently and didn't even know that their father just died, and something told me to reach out to them, and here their father had just died, and they were completely and utterly grateful that I took the time to do that, not even knowing what had happened to them because they weren't speaking on it. They didn't make it public or anything. So I go with those kinds of things, and it's not failed me yet. So I make this post, very heartfelt, very loving. It's just the way I feel. But anyway, one of my younger cousins commented, of course, as she always does. We were speaking about it and talking about how wonderful she made us all feel and special, each one of us, and The woman was as close to an angel that you could possibly ever got walking on earth. I mean, I don't know anyone that's ever been less judgmental than that woman. I don't know anyone that has seen the good in everyone. I mean, I remember when I was little, she had one of them old bitty old friends that was just a fucking bitch, you know. There's no other word for it, just a bitch. She hated little kids, you know. She'd give me and my little brothers these freaking eyes and shit, you know. But my great grandmother, she found it in her heart to love that woman and to care for her, and that's something that you don't find nowadays, and I'm guilty of it too. I can find a lot of good in people, but I not on the level that she did. So when I felt this wonderful grace and this loving nature from her, I started to question it. Why, and like I said, I was compelled to make this post. Well, an older cousin of mine, who I don't talk to nearly as much, but he commented on it and saying a lot of the same things that me and my other little cousin were saying. And then I get a DM from the first cousin saying, do you know how bad the other one is off? He's in rehab, and have you heard about him? He's on meth and everything else. I'm like, oh my goodness, no, I didn't. I said, I thought he maybe looked a little bad, but I live very far away from both of them, so no, I didn't know that. And then it hit me. I truly felt that my great-grandmother came to me because she knows that I have kindness in my heart. She knows that I'm a healing type person, that I love people unless you mess with me or my child or my family. Sorry, I'm trying not to cry. Cried enough over it here lately. But it hit me, and I thought to myself, that's why she came to me. I truly believe that. To make that post for that cousin of mine that's struggling with a meth addiction, for him to see that, and for him to comment the way he did, and I hope it touched him, and I hope she went to him as well. I hope he called for her. I hope he called for whatever he needs, and I just hope that I was able to help heal him a little bit and maybe kick him in the right direction without even needing to say anything. And that's a beautiful thing. I'm so honored that, as wonderful as she was, she did that for me. And even though I didn't understand it until later on that day, and even the next day, she knew. She knew I would make that post. She knew how much I miss her. She knew that I know she watches over me, my little girl, and I truly believe she came to visit that morning. Because as I said, there's no reason I should have been up that early. With a couple hours of sleep. I mean, I'm used to 5 or 6 hours of sleep, but my God, there's no reason. And the way I woke up, and my ears ringing and everything, but I'm truly blessed. I'm truly thankful. I hope that cousin of mine that's struggling, I hope it touched him in a way that he needed. I hope that she touched him in a way that he needed. Again, some people might think this is crazy. Some people might think, I'm a whack job or whatever, and that's fine. I don't care, because I realized something else the other day too. I've been giving in too much to this hate that's going on in the world. I've been making the past couple of videos, cussing up a storm and everything else, and I know she would hate that. She also knows me, and she knows how I am, and I know she still loves me and cares for me regardless, but I know deep down that she wants me to be a beacon for good and a beacon of light to help others. And that's what I want to be. I don't want to give in to all this hate and all this division that's going on in the world right now. I can't stand by idly while good people are hurt, beaten, killed, robbed. as I've said before recently, that this is a matter of good and evil anymore, and I know which side I'm on. I know I'm on the right side, and I think she came to me as well, not only to help my cousin, but I truly feel she came to me to help me realize that I am here, I am doing this, and I am just here in general. I've helped so many people over the past year, and it's helped me a lot. I still struggle. I've actually had quite a shitty day today, if I must say so myself. But making this and saying this and talking and, you know, the few people I confide in, it helps. It helps in the darkest of times, and I need to get back to meditating. I need to get back to remembering why I'm here, what my purpose is, and get back to being more of a beacon of light and a beacon of good for this world, to help people heal that I might not ever know, or they might not ever tell me, or they might never see me, they might not ever meet me. It doesn't matter. Because if we could all do that, there wouldn't be no more hate in this world, there wouldn't be no more division, there would be no more, none of this crap. It's really getting to a bad point, and I feel like, again, I was given these gifts, and I was given these signs, and I was given all of this as a reminder that I'm doing what I was meant to do. I'm doing what people need, and accepting or expecting nothing in return. Do I feel like it'd be nice? Yeah, and I do get it from some people, especially my little girl. I mean, she's the only reason I'm here. The only reason. And that's no offense to anybody that loves me or cares about me too, but it's all second to none to her. And I'm honored that she carries my great-grandmother's name. And I'm honored that she carries some of that grace and that beauty and that just all around sweet, kind-hearted nature, and I hope the world never robs her of that, and I need to be more of a beacon for her as well. Like I said, she doesn't see these videos. I told her maybe when she gets older she can, but I want to be more mindful moving forward, for me to not lose myself in all this hate, for me to not lose myself in all this anger. Because again, as I've said before plenty of times, I definitely have always struggled with light and dark and good and bad, and I've certainly gone more to a light and good side in the past year. I had to have some really dark shit, terrible, evil shit happen to me by terrible, evil people to help me ascend to that. But just moving forward, everyone, I would like them to know, and I'm making a point myself, not only for me, for my great-grandmother, for my daughter, for all of you, for the world, that I don't want to be that anymore. I don't want to lower my vibration anymore to that. I don't want to hardly even speak on it. Not that I won't speak on it, but I want to approach it in a better way from now on. I think that there's a more constructive way that I can do so, and I feel so much more peaceful right now, even making this video and bringing it down a couple notches, because I know the past few I've been a little amped up, and that's not even as bad as I can get, if you can believe that. It's hard to not lose hope in this world the way it is. It's hard to not lose hope in my personal situation. I was just talking to some people just now before I made this video. I have so much to offer someone, and it's a little frustrating when I see people in relationships that I know have way less to offer than I do. But I also know a lot of those people are miserable. I know people that are in one-sided marriages, loveless marriages, miserable marriages, relationships, whatever. I was just talking to somebody I went to school with the other night. She's got a couple kids with somebody, and her husband, goes through bouts of depression, which there's nothing wrong with that, but he's just not there for her, and I feel for her. She's a very wonderful person. She has wonderful children, and she's a wonderful mother. But and making these connections with people that I might not have talked to for so many years or whatever, it's special to me, and I'm truly honored to help anyone through this channel or in my personal life, whether through text messages, phone calls, and even if no one ever tells me that I help them, if I know, I feel it, and that's good enough for me. And I don't always need to know, I suppose. It's not why I do it. I don't need the recognition. I don't need the clout. I don't need the fame, the fortune from it. I would eventually love this channel to reach more people, many more people, thousands, millions more. It's been slow going, but I'm not giving up, because I've given up so many times in my life, and it's not gotten me anywhere. Just like the victim mentality or any of that other crap, it doesn't get you anywhere. I guess that's it. I just wanted to share this story because it's very, very special to me, very meaningful. It's one of the more meaningful things that have happened quite some time. Last October I had someone that I've known since high school that, came to me and had a message from this great grandmother of mine. And again, people can think that's crazy or whatever, but there's no way that this person would have known the things that they knew. And that's how I know, before I could even tell them, oh, you're full of shit, they proved to me that they were not full of shit. And I just wept and wept. I thank you, grandmother, for watching over me and my little girl. And I feel you now as I say that. And I know you're proud of me. And I know no matter what, I will keep going. And I will not give up. No matter how hard it is, no matter how lonely I am, no matter how far away I am from family and friends and everything else, I won't give up. If I am to be alone, then I am to be alone. I would rather not be, but maybe that's my destiny. Maybe I'm just meant to help others in their relationships, in their lives in general, help them learn to love themselves, to do a little self-care every once in a while, whether that's painting or exercising or whatever. I'm going to continue to do those things myself. I love running 3 miles a day. I love exercising. I love being creative. It puts me in such a state that it's so peaceful. And being alone isn't all that bad. Sure, it has its disadvantages, just like anything else. But the peace that I've found it's really something else, and I want to hold on to that. If somebody wants to come along and help me be more peaceful and learn from me and me learn from them and grow with me, then I'm all for that. But I know I don't deserve any bullcrap anymore. I only deserve the best, as do any of you out there. So if you're in a loveless marriage, you're in a bad relationship or whatever, get out. You have the power to do so, but you have to love yourself. You have to respect yourself enough. You have to realize that everything happens for a reason. You might not realize it until later on. Just like I know everything I went through last summer was for a reason, to catapult me into what I'm doing now, to get me on this path. So I love you all. Thank you very much for being here as always. I hope I can bring some peace to someone today. I know I brought some peace to myself, and I had an absolutely terrible day, feeling hopeless and everything, but this is therapy. This is a beautiful thing. And I appreciate everyone that's come along on this journey, and anyone that might come along later, and anyone that doesn't even know me that happens to watch this. I just hope you get inspired, and I hope things work out for you. Everything happens for a reason. One last thing before I go. I've started an Etsy shop. I have a Facebook page that I would like to put up on the screen here. Feel free to DM me if you have any orders you would like to fulfill, or you want me to fulfill rather, or anything else. I'm really into Zodiac type stuff, so I have some things up already on my Facebook page and on my Etsy as well. I'm not just selling things digitally. I'm also willing to sell things physically if you so desire. So the page is set up, both of them. I'll put a link up here on the screen. Put a link in the description probably too. But I would really appreciate the support. Again, you're not obligated to do so, but I'm ready to put some of these things in place and not be so afraid and not care what people think. And I just love words, and I love how powerful they are, and even written words. Like I've always had a way with words. So so far I've taken each one of the zodiac signs and incorporated my own spin on them. And so I hope you enjoy them. If you find your sign, I hope you enjoy them. Also, I'm really wanting to branch out as well, and if people want any kind of personal things made for your children or for yourself with your name, I'd love to do something. Incorporating things like favorite colors, flowers, shapes, whatever. But I've really been drawn to it lately, and I'm ready to put it out there. So here's hoping some of you are willing to receive some artwork from me. I would really appreciate it. As always, love yourselves, love one another. Thank you for the people that do love me and that do appreciate me and that do support me. You don't know how much it means to me, especially being alone like I am. You help me not feel so alone. So I thank you. Goodbye.